Welcome to the Midnight Gaming Council.
Yo.
My name's Patters, and here with me this week is Gabe.
Yo.
How's it going, man?
Good, man.
Fuck yeah.
See.
So, it's good to have you on the show, finally. This was originally your idea, believe it or not. Years ago, you said, hey, let's make a YouTube channel. And here we are.
Many years later.
Yes, so, we have the camera set up, we have the mic, we have the TV. What are we playing today, and what are we talking about?
Mortal Kombat Trilogy on the PlayStation 1. The original PlayStation, not the PS1.
It's not the redesign.
No.
The original OG console.
The old school PlayStation.
Fuck yeah. This is a classic one. I've got two of these at home. Both of them chipped. One of them doesn't work, the other one does. Because, you know, as they do, they get old and stuff. But yours is nice and fresh.
Yeah, it's actually a friend bought it, Josh, for $15 at Cash Converters, I believe, and he's left it here, and it's been here for about 4 years, so it's mine now.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimate value for $15. So we're loading up the game here, Mortal Kombat Trilogy.
Mortal Kombat Trilogy.
This was one of the first Mortal Kombat games I played. It wasn't the first, but it was one of the first.
It was actually the first I ever played.
Yeah?
Yeah, from memory it was the first one.
On the PS1 or?
I played the N64 version initially. There's a few differences with this one. But yeah, for the most part you got more characters in this one. The loading times, are a bit slower on the PS1 version as opposed to the 64. But yeah, it's got more characters.
The PS1's got more characters?
It does.
Okay. We can't skip these, can we?
No. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Thousands of years ago, in order of the wisest. Here we are in the menu.
Let's go to options.
We doing some cheats, are we? Some codes?
No, it's not really a cheat, but it'll bring up a hidden menu. So you hold up, L1, L2, R1, R2, I believe. There we go. And you can now access the little green thing here. So we got the one button fatalities, an instant aggressor, I'll leave all that off. Normal boss damage, keep that off. Low damage and health recovery, we'll keep all that off. Sound of music, I like to turn the effects up. I'll turn the sound up as well for music volume.
That's better. That sounds more like it. How come it's lower in the game? That's weird.
I'm not too sure why it's like that actually, but it's the same with the 64 there.
Okay. Was it just the music that's lower, not the sound effects, yeah? Because you didn't change sound effects there, did you?
Yeah, no, it was both the music and the sound effects.
Okay.
I'll put it back to easy because I'm pretty sure this is a bit tricky. So I'll go there.
Now we have plugged the PS1 straight through the old school analog connection. There's no upscaling or emulation or stuff going on here. It actually looks pretty good on this TV.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised actually how well it looks. Like I had a standard 1080p TV out here before this one, and I remember it looked a bit smudgy on that. The colours didn't look right as well. You remember it, Patters?
Yeah, it was here for years. We played heaps of games on that. It did have like a smudgy sort of look over it, even though it was full HD.
I'm going to go straight to noob sideline. Yeah, it looked a lot more, how do you say it? Like, the resolution just looked worse.
Yeah.
The overall picture quality was just, it wasn't the same as this.
But this 4K Samsung telly, I don't know the model, but it's 4K, that's all you need to know, I guess.
I don't know the model either.
Yeah. It's what, 60 inch? 55, 60 or so?
I think 62, but that could be wrong. Don't quote me there.
It's big.
It's big enough.
It's very big, and we're sitting pretty close to it, and it's actually all right. Your eyes do adjust to it, and it's upscaled pretty nicely. Like you can read all the text. And
give me a warm-up match here, Patters, or not?
Oh yes, so Gabe is noob sidebot here, kicking Ermax at us with some combos.
Start on the novice tower.
Some special moves.
We'll ease our way back into it.
So which tower are we doing? The novice one?
This is just the novice tower. The difficulty's set to easy as well. We'll try and just get a feel for it again.
Sweet. Now, I am not a Mortal Kombat expert whatsoever. I have played this game a lot, but Gabe over here is definitely the expert.
I like to,
Fuck, let's see. Flawless victory, right there.
I think with the one button fatality though, I'm not sure how to... do any of them. So with the laptop here, we can easily just look it up.
Yes, so I'll bring up Noob Sidebot's set list. By Hard.
Groovy name.
Damn, it didn't come up. I'll put a dash in his name. Yeah, the load times on the PS.
They're shocking compared to the 64.
They're probably the worst part of the game, I
I can't remember the PC version all that well. I do have the instruction manual out here for it somewhere though.
Absolutely smashing it.
Yeah, we'll up the ante and go on a higher setting sooner or later. I know, growing up, this was always one of my favourite Mortal Kombats, just because of the amount of characters in that. I was a bit envious being an N64 owner.
So which characters were the extra ones in the PS1 version?
You could play as all the bosses from 1, 2 and 3, so that's Shao Kahn straight off the bat. Shao Kahn, Motaro, Kintaro and Goro. Whereas in the 64 version, you had to do a cheat to play as Shao Kahn and Motaro. You also didn't have the unmasked Sub-Zero in that version at all.
Oh, yeah. Just normal Sub-Zero.
No, you just had the classic Sub-Zero with the mask.
Now I've just brought up the moves list for Noob Sidebot here, and I've noticed that the N64 had exclusive moves. The Ice Clone Ice Shower.
Is this for Sub-Zero?
Oh wait, hang on. Silly me, have the wrong move list. Now we have Noob Sidebot's move list.
Ah, here we go.
Bursting Smoke.
I remember his move list being, to my knowledge, the same on the 64. I feel like the down-up teleport punch or whatever it is, the grab, was a lot more spammable, you know what I mean? You could just sort of wreck him with it.
One of the finishes is slightly different in terms of where you can do it between 64 and PlayStation. Otherwise, the rest is the same. Yeah.
It would have been interesting to get them both going at the same time and just
compare it.
Yeah, do a comparison with the two.
Yeah. Next time we might swing out the 64 and play the Mortal Kombat on
Yeah, well, it'd be interesting, especially after playing this one.
Yeah. We also have MK4 as well.
Yeah, we've got both versions here, so
we can smash those out.
It'd be interesting to get our hands on the Dreamcast version, Mortal Kombat Gold.
Yes, which is the ultimate version. You'd think of Mortal Kombat 4, yeah?
Visually, I think the arcade version was still better.
So Gold wasn't quite the arcade version, right?
It had extra characters though, so it was, in my opinion, it's a sort of win one, lose one kind of thing with the Dreamcast version.
Well, fair enough. It had like a handful of extra characters, didn't it?
I think it had Baraka, Kung Lao, Melina, Kitana, and Cyrax added to the roster, and it still had Noob Sidebot, Goro, and I think Sector was added as a third secret character in that version.
Oh, so there was even secret characters again in Gold?
Yeah, it still had the two from regular Mortal Kombat 4, which was Noob Sidebot and Goro. But it added Sector as well. It's just basically a reskin of Cyrax, obviously, but had his own moveset and fatalities. Oh crap. We'll get a bit more serious this time now.
Well,
the cigarette's down, it's time to kick some ass. Right, got me again with the slide.
So what does the aggression mean to do?
Off the top of my head, man, I couldn't tell you. I think it allows you to sprint for longer though.
Yeah, I think so. Like, do you have to activate it or something? Because I think
no, it doesn't. It does it automatically.
Okay, all right.
I'm fairly sure.
Like fill it up or something.
It could do something for the combos as well. I'm not sure, man.
Like, yeah,
that was added for Trilogy though. It wasn't in 3 or Ultimate 3.
No, it definitely wasn't.
I can remember reading recently that this game was poorly received, the PS1 version, because of the unbalanced AI and characters and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it have what else was it released on? Like Trilogy? It was a bunch of consoles, wasn't it?
It was Sega Saturn, Don't quote me, but I'm fairly sure there was even a Jaguar version. The 64 obviously as well, and PC, PS1. It's always a shame that they never did a HD sort of port of this version. They did Ultimate 3 on the 360. I think the PS3 got it as well.
No, we got Kombat 2 separately.
They did it.
But we got the arcade 1 to 3.
Yeah, it included Ultimate 3 though. I don't think it was separate.
Yes. Oh, no, it did, sorry. The 360 got it by itself. Ultimate 3 separately.
Ultimate 3?
Yeah.
I feel like using Noob Cybot's a bit spammy, but we'll give him another go. See if we can finish his ladder.
A lot of people, I sometimes do this, when you're watching gameplay of this, you can confuse it with Mortal Kombat 3 and Ultimate sometimes, just because it's got the same sort of,
similar
same engine or whatever, or?
It's all the same sprites and stuff.
Yeah.
You can actually select a few Mortal Kombat 2 sprites.
Yes, which actually I did not even know until today.
That's with,
pretty cool.
Don't quote me here, I'll get in and check next time we die and end up in the character select screen, but I think it's Jax, Kung Lao, Jax, Kung Lao is a Raiden as well, I think Raiden and Kano.
Yeah, Kano, who plays
MK1 Kano. Yeah.
With the white towel.
Barely just got him that round. Yeah, the sort of white outfit and the bald head. I think he actually had a bit of hair in Mortal Kombat 1.
I think he did, but you couldn't sort of tell. I don't know if he was wearing something or he had some hair.
No, he never wore anything on his head.
In 3, wasn't he bald, yeah?
3, yeah, that's the sprite you get in Trilogy. Because it's, the ultimate version of 3, I guess. I think if we press B, he does a brutality. No?
You had one button, brutalities or fatalities on there?
Yeah, they're on though.
I'm
not too sure how to do them. I've got the move list up for Noob Cybot here, so I might just try and input a fatality, but I'm probably gonna...
That one looks easy. Back, forward, high kick.
Oh, I was just gonna go for down, forward, block. That's a stage fatality though.
Okay. Do all the stages have fatalities?
Not all of them. I think it's just the ones from 3 in this game. I think some of the maps from 1 and 2 that had them, they've done them, but they're different because a lot of the characters didn't have the animation for the fatality. If you remember in Mortal Kombat 2, I think it was the level where you fight on the bridge, and you could stage fatality them down to like the pit area. It'd show it from like a bird's eye view, and you'd see the character, the sprite like splattered.
No, I don't remember saying that.
It was sort of a bird's eye view.
Was that the stage fatality?
Yeah.
See, I don't think I ever did the stage fatalities.
Oh, okay.
Did you have to was it?
I don't remember
put a code.
I do it to me.
How did you do the fatalities and all the moves back in the day? Were they in like a book or the move lists or?
I can remember the very early days of playing this as a kid on the 64. I used to rent the game from local video store, and some genius had written all the moves down in the back of the manual.
Oh, like on the notes page.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Nice. You probably got them on like the internet or had a copy of the.
Yeah, back in the dial-up days, somebody had bought it.
Yeah, like if you knew a family member who had. Yeah, because this game came out. When did this come out? 98.
I also remember the one of the 64 magazines back in the day used to have the cheat section that had this game.
Actually, yeah, the magazines might have had moves and stuff. But Raiden absolutely wrecked you there, mate.
Yeah, he brutality me.
What's going on? Well, at least we'll go back to the character screen and check out which alternate costumes you can get.
I'm gonna try and use Reptile as well.
Nice.
See how well I can remember him.
So we're using PlayStation 2 controllers here, not PlayStation 1 ones, if you notice the black cables. Yeah, the PS2 controllers are backwards compatible with the console, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, it's always a handy little feature there.
Yeah, more consoles should strive to do that, shouldn't they?
And speaking of backwards compatibility, I'm kind of annoyed with, I bought a copy of Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance online for the Xbox. It's not backwards compatible with the 360, it's not backwards compatible with the Xbox One, and I think I've got 3 original Xboxes here, and each one of them I've got some sort of problem with.
Not good enough.
No, I feel like for a review of it, it'd be easy to just get a GameCube copy and just set it up and play it on the Wii.
Yes. Did all the other Mortal Kombats come out? Did Deception come out on the GameCube?
I don't think it did in PAL, like the PAL region, so
just
where we live. No, it had extra characters though. I believe it had Shao Kahn, Jax from Deadly Alliance, and I think Goro Yeah, I know. Goro, Shao Kahn, and I think Jackson. Don't quote me, but I think Blaze.
Blaze.
Yeah, the secret character from Deadly Alliance. He's a bit lame.
Did you see the you shadowed there, like when Raiden picked you up? It was like a.
I can remember that happening a lot more in the 64 version. There was sort of like a little trail that would be left behind of the character animations.
Is that because of the game, or is that because it was supposed to happen with Raiden? Or?
I'm not sure. In this version, now that you've mentioned it, I don't see it at all. I didn't notice it when you said it, but
Yeah.
in the 64 version, it used to happen a lot.
Okay.
And I feel like the game didn't actually play quite as fast-paced.
He's wrecked you again.
Yeah, he's got me again.
Now, you forgot to, last time we were at the menu, to check out the alternate costumes.
Oh, yeah.
Because we rushed into Reptile thinking you could take on the God of Thunder.
Yeah, no,
And what happened?
his wreck is pretty good.
So, there was a handful of alternate costumes when this thing loads. Damn load times in the PS1.
You just hit the handy old select button as well. That's how you do it. And I'll show you now.
Select to change to alternate costumes. So, who we got?
We'll start with Kano.
Yes, so
MK1
MK1
on
Kano.
the camera. There we go.
Nice. And
Switch it back. Who else did we say? It was Jax.
yeah, Jax, that was what? MK2 Jax?
Mortal Kombat 2 Jax there. Without the robot arms. Or
That's-
implants, whatever they were. Saba implants. We got Raiden there, Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh yeah, he looks very similar to the one for. Oh no, it's different. Yeah, he's got the apron-looking
I'm
thing.
not
with
sure
outside.
if that's the sprite from 2 or if they got it redone for Trilogy. Because he wasn't initially in Mortal Kombat 3.
Was he in
Or Ultimate 3,
Yeah?
no,
he
Raiden wasn't.
Okay.
The new characters for Trilogy across all versions were Baraka, which is just a reskin from... I'm not even reskin, it's the same sprite from Mortal Kombat 2. I think he's obviously got the combos added and stuff, but they're just...
Kung Lao was another alternate costume.
Oh yeah, they had Mortal Kombat 2 Kung Lao, good call, Patters.
It looks good actually. I like that one.
I think there was nothing for Smoke. You had Human Smoke as well.
Any of the none of the other ninjas or the
Maybe you could
female
get
ones?
MK1 Liu Kang. No.
Nah, damn.
Maybe Mortal Kombat 2 Millennium, no.
Or Shang Tsung? No, I don't know. But
No, Shang Tsung didn't have any, I don't think.
Is this Rain? Is he in? He's new for this, isn't he? As a playable character, or
I think Trilogy was the first game you could play as Rain. He was initially seen, I think, in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
Yeah, as a in a level or something in the background.
No, I wanted to do the thing where you'd let it load, or not let it load. No one would press a button and it just kept running
The
through
cinematic would
the
come back in,
cinematic
yeah.
would sort of load up. I'm pretty sure in that it showed him as a playable character.
Rain always says some funny shit.
Yeah, he's got a few good catchphrases. Why you got the laptop there, man? Maybe boot up some combos for the Rain.
So
I can remember some of these specials, but
let's look up what Rain has to offer.
he had the roundhouse kick in this game that knocked him all around the screen. I doubt I'm going to be able to do it to Raiden here because he's just kicking my ass.
So he was playable in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 somehow.
Rain?
Yeah.
Maybe a different version of it? I don't remember that.
Like another console or something? Or?
Yeah, on the Super Nintendo version, I'm pretty sure the only secret characters you could get were Rain and Melina, was it? Maybe Smoke as well was still a secret character in that game, I think.
We really should look this up. But
Yeah, we could easily look it up.
We could, but we like to talk about this as well.
Yeah.
Because it's very, like, the mystique of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that was how it always was growing up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The rumours you'd hear in the...
In the schoolyard and
Yeah.
playground. But it
Well,
was
that's
even like, because I had burnt copies of these games, I didn't have the move list. So, like, to me, even finding out how to do a move was just like, fuck.
What I should have done for the video is pull out the instruction manual I've got for this, because it's got some really cool like artwork for the characters. It's got the you know, those manuals that just had a lot more stuff. They're not like today's manuals where they got nothing.
No, today's manuals are garbage.
No, they're rubbish, man.
Back in the day, they were actually books, manuals, and they had, you know, story, and you could describe
Yeah, it
characters
had
and things.
a character profile.
Yeah,
you know,
bios
a cool
and
little
things, yeah.
artwork for them as well.
Exactly right. So if I had an original copy of this, probably the PS1.
I might actually bring that out for the N64 video if we ever get around to doing that.
Yes, that is a great idea, man.
Oh, we got Rain's combos here.
Yes, so he's got a few combos actually.
No, it does say he's in Ultimate 3
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
maybe there was a way to play him. I remember when I used to play that a lot on the 360 though, I don't think he was one of the characters you could access from the character select screen. So maybe it was like a cheat or something you could do to get him, I don't know.
Yeah, like a cheap combo or something, whatever, yeah. Maybe back in the day you could have rang up, those hotlines you could ring up and get cheat codes.
Oh, get the answers.
Yeah. Maybe, like there would have been like on the back of the booklet or something.
I don't think I ever rang any of those.
No, I didn't either.
I remember hearing about it. It just seems like it would have cost a lot to call.
It definitely did. It was like a few dollars or something.
Ooh,
and
that'd be per minute too.
Yeah, I think our parents would not like that.
No, that's back in those days.
To try to find out like a move list for Raiden or something.
Calling America to learn
some American hotline thing. Oh.
Actually, I'm going to pause this and have a quick suss of these combos. High kick, low kick, high kick, back, high kick. So high kick, low kick, high kick, back, high kick. I think that's got the roundhouse kick that knocks him around the screen, so I'm going to try and get him with that.
We aim to educate here on the Midnight Gaming Council.
If it wasn't for how fucking hard the AI is to just... so they've got an answer for everything.
Is the AI just bullshit?
I feel like it is, in all honesty. Even in the 64 version, I can remember it being cheap.
Yeah.
It's very, very cheap in this version, more so, I think. There's probably someone out there watching who will know for certain if it's a cheaper version in terms of the AI or if the 64 version was worse.
Yes, if any Mortal Kombat fans are listening, please comment on the video and tell us what you think of the video, what you think of our gameplay, and correct us on our knowledge if we are wrong at all.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a few things we've
missed or glossed
up.
Yeah. But it's all about the games here, and we're playing the game here, which is a new setup actually for the Midnight Gaming Council so far. Because so far we've just all the videos so far have just been sitting in the garage.
I've seen.
But this one we've tried to actually get the gameplay footage in, which is what we're all about here.
Cool. That's it, man.
Now,
high kick.
Which one are we looking at? Like one of the big ones, or is this?
I'll just try one of the small ones because it's hard to get even land a hit on this guy, man. So straight away he's just got me with a combo there. Oh, I could have blocked that, but I think the throw overtook the block. Whatever.
So I've noticed the new Mortal Kombats, they have names for the combos and stuff. The old ones they don't. They just
I feel like the special moves even had sort of lame.
It's mind control orb.
Mind control orb
for Rain, yes.
Okay, so that's
what that is, isn't it?
I think in Mortal Kombat 9, where they brought Rain back as a DLC character, I think he was a DLC character anyway.
He was, yeah, it was like an extra thing for sure.
I'm sure that move wasn't a mind control move, and it was literally just like a bubble that they, got entrapped in, and he sort of brought the bubble to him. It made a lot of sense.
I remember seeing that, yeah.
What did it say he had? Telekinetic? No. What sort of powers did it say he had? Mind control.
Yeah, mind control.
Okay. It's pretty full on.
So we're not finishing this video until we beat Shao Kahn.
We'll get to it.
We have to.
I don't want to have to just cheap out and use one of the boss characters either.
So who's the most OP character in this game?
Oh, I couldn't remember, to be honest. I feel like Noob Saibot was. I remember Rain being great as well when I used to actually remember the combos and being good at the game, but if you wanted to just mess them up real quick and easily, you could always just use Kintaro. I remember him being the go-to guy if I got frustrated.
As a kid, it's definitely awesome. This one of the things about this game, being able to play as those boss characters.
Oh yeah, because you always remember them kicking your ass in the past.
Yeah, you think, I want to play as him, use that move, and like, why are you so powerful? And here, you can play as them right off the bat. You didn't have to finish the towers or anything.
Well, when this first came out, I didn't even realise Kintaro was from Mortal Kombat 2, just because I don't think I ever got up to him.
You didn't? Oh, you didn't? No. Mortal Kombat 2 was a bitch.
I remember as the game scrolled down the ladder at the start of the arcade mode, it showed Kintaro as like a four-armed dude. So I had an idea who it was, but I wasn't sure if it was the same character or...
Yes, like same as Goro.
Yeah, when I used to play these back on the 64 and stuff, when it was like, somewhat relevant and new as a kid. I don't know if this game was ever really relevant, but you know what I mean.
I wouldn't know, like we were too young to sort of know what the...
Yeah, looking back on it, I'm pretty sure it was poorly received by critics and fans, this game. Or the PlayStation version anyway. I couldn't tell you about the 64 version. I looked that up before we did the video though.
That'd be interesting to know if someone was around at the time that knew, to ask them.
I feel like the PC version was very well received though.
I would imagine so. I remember playing Mortal Kombat 3 on PC, that was solid.
Maybe, surely it wasn't this version that was well received. Like, it just doesn't feel as arcadey in the terms of how the load screen and the fact that it loads even during the fights.
The load screens, the loading times are certainly not the best in this, but you're doing all right. You're not struggling to play. The control's not bad.
Getting used to where the block button is. I haven't not played it that long as well. I can't really remember all the combos. Oh, we got him now. There we go.
We just got
fatality, yeah. Oh, he's on an animality.
He turns into another knife or an
I think that's an anteater, yeah.
So, Noob Cyber's just sucked up Raiden.
We finally got him.
How come Raiden spelled like that? Let's go with that.
With the Y, yeah, I've noticed that.
Do some games have it with the Y and some with the IE?
Sorry for that.
Some technical issues here.
Technical issues. No, I'm just being clumsy. What have I done now?
So we've turned off the tally.
We've lost. We'll get this going.
Can always edit this out.
We can. Ooh, hold on, did that change the picture quality there?
No, I think you're right.
We'll edit that bit out.
We are back. Well, not quite. This is
we're mid-fight with
Jax.
Press something on the TV and
and now we're getting our bearings back. But we'll get this guy. We'll get Jax.
I think this could be the endurance round.
This is the endurance round.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I've just noticed in the background, like that's really nice. How there's the lights in the middle or whatever.
I feel like in the maybe the arcade version, or even some of the ports of the arcade version on the 360, PlayStation, or whatever, or PS3, the background looks a lot better. Oh, that's obvious, though. This is from like 96, I think these come out.
96,
PS1.
97 or something. Yeah, it's something like that.
I feel like late 96. I could be wrong.
So this endurance round is a lot easier so far than Raiden before.
To be fair, I can't remember
now we've just said that you're dead.
I'm dead, but should we try noob again or try a different character altogether?
Let's get a different character.
I feel like we've just used all the cheaty sort of characters. Spammed
we have to get to Shao Kahn and try and kick his ass.
We already used Reptile, didn't we?
I'm not sure if we've used him in this video. We were practicing before and playing before and testing out footage and angles, and hopefully this is satisfactory.
Yeah, we'll see how it all goes.
Check out these load times, eh?
They're not that bad. They're bad, but they're not that bad.
In retrospective, it's fine. Like,
I might try Sub-Zero. Or should we use classic Sub-Zero with the mask? I always thought he looked like David Hasselhoff here.
He definitely does look like David Hasselhoff with the scar. Yeah, didn't Sub-Zero have a massive combo in this game? Like,
yeah, I feel like both Sub-Zeros were pretty good with the combos.
Let's bring up Sub-Zero's combo here.
If you're on Noob Saibon, it could be on.
Oh, it'll be yeah.
Yeah, because this is the same character. This is Bi-Han.
Yes.
Bi-Han, however you said his name.
Bi-Han?
Yeah. It's kind of interesting that they revealed Noob Saibon to be the classic Sub-Zero. I don't think they did that until Mortal Kombat Deception, though. The whole Sub-Zero, his younger brother sort of thing.
Yeah, so for those of you who are just casual Mortal Kombat fans, there are two Sub-Zeros.
Yeah, it's I can't remember that combo at all.
And one of them is turned into Noob Saibon.
It wasn't revealed until Deception though, Mortal Kombat 6.
Was it in the story or?
Well, Noob Saibon was always like a Spectre, I'm pretty sure, kind of like what Scorpion is, but it's implied he worked for Quan Chi. I don't think he came into the game until Mortal Kombat Mythologies.
Was that his first appearance? No, it wasn't.
No, that was his first appearance, and then he was actually playable in 4, Quan Chi.
Oh, sorry, it's talking about Quan Chi, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of cool that this game's got classic Sub-Zero and Noob Saibot. I don't know if classic Sub-Zero's like sort of canonical in the storyline or whatever. They just threw him in.
Yeah, I wonder what he's like. I guess his ending and stuff wouldn't reference Noob Saibot or anything like that.
No, I don't think it does. Earlier when we were playing, actually, we got Noob Saibot's ending.
Yeah,
it sort of tied in with 4, referencing Shinnok.
Yes, it had Shinnok in the
I think at the end of the credits in this game as well, whenever you beat the game, it says MK4 coming 1997. or spring '97, something like that. It lets you know it's coming out.
Did you have like a trailer for the footage, or
there's no trailer or anything? There could have been, you know, if you had the internet, or maybe there's some old magazines from the time when this came out. I feel like it was a good year before this come out and the arcade version of MK4 come out. And I can't imagine it being, you know, released simultaneously for the PS1 and 64. Who should we use? I'll try Ermo. I always remember him being pretty cool. Or do we go Sub-Zero there on the screen?
I'll go Sub-Zero because I've got the moves now. If you want to have a gaze.
We'll try him again.
Yeah.
I feel like I remembered some of his combos, like the ones that started with the high punch.
He's got 2 high punch ones. High punch.
Where is it?
Here we go.
So I feel like high punch, down, low punch, high punch is the one I was doing. It kind of sets them up for a juggle at the end, but I can't remember how to do the slide. I think so we got it there, back, low kick, low punch and block.
Oh,
there we go. Yeah. I just got to get used to where the run and the block button are.
Are they on the same sides as like other controllers that you played in this game, or are they reversed, or?
I know, because of how similar this is to, you know, other forms of Mortal Kombat 3, like Ultimate 3. I've played a lot more of that on the Super Nintendo and the Xbox 360.
Yes.
I remember using this Sub-Zero in that quite a bit, but you had the triggers, you know. I mean, I'm not really used to the...
just the buttons.
Here, L1 is by default block, where you can use R1 over there. Mm-hmm. It might be because of my cast on my hand at the moment, but I feel like it's more just because of the layout I'm not that used to. Oh, we set him up for a perfect combo there and I fucked it up. Oh, there we go.
Jax wins.
I always thought it looked so awkward when he falls over like that.
Yeah, some of the animations are pretty funny in this. Just in the poses that they get into.
It's aged well though, what do you call it, the whole digitalised actors they use for the sprites.
It has, hasn't it? Because
I feel like it's held up a lot better than, say, the 3D or Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, you know, Deception and Armageddon.
Yeah, well, definitely Armageddon. That looked horrible, didn't it?
Well, the thing I always thought looked shocking about that game, man, was the way how all the characters that, you know, weren't in the game, that they just brought back, like, who was some? I think some from 4, like Rico and
Rico
Jericho, I believe.
Yeah, ones that hadn't been...
They literally looked like they were made just in the, what was it, the creative fighter that the game had.
They probably were, you know.
Yeah, and then the scale of the characters didn't look right, because some of the models were just directly from Deadly Alliance, and then others were just directly from Deception. The whole 3 fucking
so Armageddon was basically like this game, but for the 3D era, where it had all the characters at that time, but that even had more characters because there were more Mortal Kombat games since.
It also introduced 2 that were brand new for that game, which was pretty lame, forgettable characters. I can't even remember the names off the top of my head. It was Taven, who you played as in the Conquest mode, I believe, and Dagon, who was his brother and the leader of the Red Dragon clan, which was it looks like it's froze here. Movado's clan, that Spanish sort of homo-looking character they put in Deadly Alliance.
I thought we were almost not going to have Shao Kahn in this video, but no, we're almost there.
Yeah, it looked like it froze for a second there, actually. Couldn't even tell you how old the copy of this is.
Yeah, fuck.
I'm not sure if
sometimes it can be a bit of a lottery with getting discs these days, especially ones that are getting on, like PlayStation 1's 20 years old, and it's getting on where it's you've got to start looking after them a bit more. Yeah,
it's definitely showing its age, this console. The tray's having trouble with...
Yes, the tray's not closing properly as well. Otherwise, the console's actually really good. It feels nice and sort of new. And Motara's kicking your ups here.
Yeah, I remember you just had to sort of sprint at him and keep him occupied with combos, but I'm not too confident with Sub-Zero's combos.
You were playing as Kintaro before and absolutely mauled.
Yeah, it was funny how he's not so tough against other boss characters or people his own size.
No, he turns into a little bitch.
Yeah, he certainly did.
A tail between his legs and off he goes.
You could just sort of pin him up against the wall here and smash him with combos. Oh, he's not that good. There we go. See? Believe it or not, I think with the 64 version, they added a fatality for Motaro that's not in this version.
Yeah?
I don't think it's even in the PC version. Ooh. It's one of the things that the 64 got to sort of, counterbalance not having
the extra
the boss
characters
characters
and stuff.
and all the alternate costumes and stuff with the MK2 sprites.
Was the music and stuff the same? Like
The music was the same.
Okay. There's a lot of one of the drawbacks of the N64 was some of the music was different between games, but this and a
I feel like
comparable.
the sound
between-
quality was on par, if not better, on the 64. Just going off in memory, but
It probably did come out later, the 64 version, because the 64 came out in '97.
yeah, so it would have been the later version.
Might have came out later, and yeah, probably had better just sound processing because the console would have been newer as well.
All the loading times weren't there from memory.
No, true, because of the cartridge. Yeah, it's not just reading off the CDs, it's taking like a few seconds. It would have been in the game already.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it didn't look as pixely either. It was a lot more smooth.
Oh yeah, it had a smoother sort of look to it. It probably ran a slightly higher resolution in N64. The game
Very well could have. The
Those
combat
technical
itself
things might
was a
be
bit
interesting to look into actually.
Yes.
You're absolutely mauling him with Baraka here.
He's got some easy combos and
I always like how scary he looked on his face there, like when he looked at the screen.
yeah, he was
He's
pretty intimidating looking guy.
He's got-
He's a Tark Hubby.
He's got some very average clothes on. Like, that's just because.
I think the original design for him, he was just going to be a some sort of East Asian sort of warrior-looking dude.
Okay,
He had the hook swords, like what they ended up giving Cabal, and then later in the series, Bravado.
Okay, yeah.
They need to stop bringing up all these lame characters they introduced for the 3D era.
We can definitely do an episode of just lame Mortal
Just
Kombat
crap
characters.
Mortal Kombat characters, yeah.
Oh, the top 10.
I feel
crap
like all
Mortal
the
Kombat
characters, even the bad characters in 1 to 3, they were still better than, like, I think it was Dairu, Hotaru, some of those real shocking characters that come in, I think,
absolutely
Deception.
forgettable ones up.
Yeah, the 3D era.
Even
just
the
had
main
shocking
character you
characters.
play as in Deception's like, oh,
Shujinko.
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 He sounds like a bad version of Fujin.
Oh yeah, he sort of looked like him as well. He just looked like an old man Kung Lao or a Raiden. I don't know who's
We're here, we're at Shao Kahn.
loading.
And we're loading Shao Kahn.
We're loading. We're going to get absolutely creamed with him against Baraka though, I think.
Have you ever beat him as Baraka?
I would have done it before, but I mean, we're a bit rusty. We don't have any of his combos on the laptop up.
Right, we do not. Which, if we start losing, we might have to.
I will switch it over. I feel like
Let's
he's
just
got
switch
unlimited
characters
continues.
to get Shao Kahn out of the way.
We could just finish him off with Kintaro, but I don't want to be
Oh,
a spammer for the video.
I love it when Shao Kahn just doesn't do anything sometimes.
Yeah, I think he even does that thing where he stands there and laughs at you.
Yes,
Sets you up for a
points
free
to
shot.
you.
Oh, we can sort of...
Well, you know how to do that. That might work. Do you
Shao
want
Kahn as well, they added a fatality for in the 64 version.
Oh, really?
I remember it being pretty lame, but maybe you can do it in this version. But I'm not too sure. If anyone knows, I will find out in another video, I guess.
the load times here make it seem like the game's freezing sometimes.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So who we choosing to defeat Shao Kahn?
I'm trying to think. I'd like to use Ermac, so I always remember him being great in Ultimate 3. We could use Striker, yeah, the gun,
Oh yeah, get him at
the
range.
grenades, and...
Where Reptile? Let's finish him off.
Ooh, I feel like I'm pretty good with Reptile. I remember most of his combos and stuff. He's always my go-to guy in Ultimate 3.
Yeah, is he like one of your favourite characters?
Oh, look, the way he plays in these older games, yeah. In the newer games, they always sort of slowed him down, or they changed his design a bit too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of the games. What was the game where it looked like a gecko or something? Like
That was in one of the
it was Armageddon.
3D
wasn't it?
games. No, it was the first one, Deadly
Deadly
Alliance.
Alliance, that's right.
Combat 5.
Reptile it was way overdone. It looked like a dinosaur or something.
Well, in 4, they sort of... He fought unmasked in that game. He, much more of a lizard man. He wasn't just a green scorpion or Sub-Zero, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
I always really liked the look of him in Mortal Kombat 4, the way he was
He was like
sort of unmasked.
He was like a. It wasn't like a creature.
He looked kind of
like a
creepy,
human.
you know what I mean? It's just a lizard man, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like he. Oh, actually.
The whole crocodile, gecko, actual lizard sort of look for Deadly Alliance was just... I don't know, it almost ruined the character.
Even the movie fucking one looked better than the movie.
Oh no, that looked worse. That was
Well, the
unforgivable.
chameleon looking thing.
Oh, the real cheesy CGI, and he jumps in the statue and becomes the ninja for some reason. I never understood that. It made sense as a kid, though. You know what I mean?
It did, yes.
It was Mortal Kombat. It didn't need to make sense.
No. The movie overall was alright though.
It was enjoyable, the first one. Annihilation, even as a kid, I thought, oh, something not quite right. But it's got some, all the characters are there.
Some of it was fun,
looking back on it, it's an atrocious movie. But
absolutely horrible film.
Had a few good one-liners.
Once you beat Shao Kahn with Shao Kahn?
No, I'll try Goro. We haven't played as him yet.
Alright, let's see how Goro goes.
Don't look up any of his moves. I'm pretty sure they'll be easy to figure out.
Yeah, that's alright. Goro looks
It would have been good to sort of
quite angry there.
film some footage of us kicking some ass on the higher difficulties at some end.
Yeah, if you can get good.
Yeah. Well, now that we've got the controller here.
Yeah, you can practice and see how you go.
Well, we got flawless victory then, so we're going to need to practice a little bit. This is a novice as well, so when you're rusty, it's not the easiest game. Shao Kahn's just a cheap asshole as well as a boss. He's got an answer for everything. I couldn't remember how to do Goro's flame attack he had. I think he threw something or he...
Goro had a flame attack, did he?
Yeah. I remember in Mortal Kombat 4, and I think some of the newer games as well, he sort of shot a flame out of his mouth, but in this one I think he sort of fisted something towards you. I'm not sure if you could make him do the spin around attack that he had in Mortal Kombat 1 in this game. I'd like to look that up actually. Never really played as him. I always thought it was as cool as it was as a kid to be able to play as the bosses. It always just felt cheap. They don't have any combos or anything. They're pretty lame.
Yeah, they're pretty OP. Against if you're playing as against a friend or something.
Just try more cockier. I always thought Striker looked ridiculous. He just looks like Paul Blart or some angry fat dude.
He does. He looks like Paul Blart, More Blart.
More Blart. The Mole Shark.
Mole Shark, yes. Alright, well, if we don't defeat him with Striker, unfortunately, we'll have to wrap things up relatively.
We've been going for a while with this one.
It's a great game to talk about, Mortal Kombat, actually.
Well, you could do it with Noob Saibot again. We've already played as him, and we did it before. It was easy to do. We saw easy to do.
You reckon you can
know what he's about
with Noob Saibot before we hit the 45-minute mark on the podcast?
We're definitely not going to do it with Striker.
No, Striker's absolutely awful.
No,
looks like he's wearing stockings or something, yeah?
And he's just got cool commando black pants. I think he was meant to be a SWAT guy. I can't really remember much of Striker's story.
Uzis.
Believe it or not, in Mortal Kombat 3, the original version, not Ultimate 3 or anything, he didn't even have the gun.
Really?
Yeah, he was still a pretty good character. Because none of the ninjas were there to really fill in the roster. I thought the roster of Basic 3 was a bit lame.
It was very different, that's for sure. I did like the cycles though, but it was very...
They were cool characters, but I mean, not having Scorpion and having Sub-Zero with those stupid suspenders looking like David Hasselhoff.
You want to play Ninja? You want to play Ninja Sub-Zero, man?
Yeah, it was established in 2. It was a different character. He died in MK1. It's his younger brother. I mean, we get it. He didn't need to differentiate him that much by taking his mask off and the big cheesy scar on his face.
All right, this is it. Noob Saibot v Shao Kahn.
We'll see how we do.
Yes. I have a feeling you got it.
Can you bring that combo list back up for Noob Saibot?
He's right. Yeah.
I feel like I remember his combos, but I could be wrong.
Right here.
Oh, there we go. Oh, he's just too OP in this game. Look at that. Come on. Walk into it. I missed him with the roundhouse. Oh, he was just asking for it that time. Yeah, Noob Saibot is just in every version of Trilogy. I remember him being so OP.
I never played as Noob Saibot, but goddamn, you are showing Shao Kahn right here who should be the ruler of the whole universe.
The whole universe.
All the realms.
All the realms, Patters. Have they covered any of the other realms in Mortal Kombat X's story? Is that something that's going to be in the other timeline?
Actually, not sure. Damn, he's gone. Didn't even get him once.
I think we got another minute or so. We might be able to cover what treasure we choose at the end of the game here. I think.
Ah, yes. We'll check out the.
Before we did his ending, I think the tournament outcome, which is the first option you can select. I'm pretty sure. Noob Cybot wins. Shall Khan's no more.
You are the MK Trilogy champion.
Oh, thanks, Patters.
No worries, mate. You are the ultimate Mortal Kombat champion.
Couldn't have done it without him.
So,
that
what
was
was
what we
choosing?
picked before. The first one, that's the tournament outcome. I think that was the fight with the Mortal Kombat 2 characters. Oh no, the 3 was. I chose the 3 or something. Battle with Chameleon. That's something interesting as well. With Mortal Kombat Trilogy on the N64, it was a female Chameleon who was a secret character.
Right. Yeah, it was spelled differently.
Yeah, you could get him and, or her, sorry, in Human Smoke via a cheat code. See, in this one, it's a male Chameleon.
Yeah, it looks like you actually.
No.
Oh no, he's
there you go.
green, yeah. Nice.
See if we can beat him. I feel like he's... he's got all the moves, so we'll get him though. Ooh, we can spam him too. I wonder if there's a way to play as him via a cheat or something.
If you got unlock Chameleon, that'd be cool.
We got him.
Nice.
So Noob Solos is too OP. Give me a few more days of playing this and just trying to figure out how much I can spam Noob really, and I reckon I'll be able to get through some of the higher difficulties.
Absolutely smashing Chameleon here with Noob Saibot. He's definitely an OP character.
Let's see if we can stage fatality in as well. What was that? Do we have that on the screen?
Stage fatality, down forward block.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Close.
Oh no, we've done a... What's his... Oh, it's a friendship. Ultimate humiliation there, bro. Get wrecked.
Friendship, again.
Oh.
Was the first one we did? Don't say again.
I think I used to do Cyraxes back in the day.
I can't remember Cyraxes.
Neither do I. But I remember the friendship.
Oh, the trilogy cast. Richard Divizio, he did all 4 of those guys.
Well, with Shao Kahn defeated and the MK champion crown, we will wrap things up here for the Mortal Kombat Trilogy episode of Midnight Gaming Council. Good session, Gabe.
Yeah,
good gameplay.
Good to be on the show finally.
Absolutely, and we'll have we'll have more Mortal Kombat episodes coming and feature episodes and reviews and more discussions.
Hopefully we can get our skill set a little bit higher and show off some proper combos and stuff next time.
Yes, I'll even grab the controller and learn how to play some of these guys, and we'll get some good shit happening here at the Midnight Gaming Council.
Sounds good.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye.